You probably just as curious as I am because honestly, I'm trying to figure out what did NLE Choppa do for Jonathan Majors feel like he had to check him in front of Kirk Franklin of all people. And let's kind of get into it. If you stick around this video, we're gonna kind of talk about it and figure out exactly what happened. Because me personally, honestly, don't make sense to me. But let's dive into it and kind of get a backstory and figure out exactly what's going on. NLE Choppa went over to Kirk Franklin's podcast / sit down, the Den of Kings, and they had a sit down where Jonathan Majors was also a guest as well. Now at this sit down. They were having some biblical talk. They were having spiritual talk. They were having a men's conversation. And at the table now, Jonathan Majors, he was even NLE was even saying like, bro was having like a little bit of tension throughout the whole conversation, even just bringing up Megan's name or just kind of like trying to belittle him a little bit, and little boy him in front of everybody else during the podcast. So if you watch the podcast, you'll notice like little moments here and there. This whole moment that everybody's kind of talking about is the moment that's standing out to everybody the most. Now, NLE Choppa was having a conversation. They was talking about the Bible, and during the time he was basically saying that God is like my brother. What I'm trying to understand is, bro, whatever my spirituality and how I feel about my connection to God is how I feel my connection is to God. So, my bad, because I'm gonna get into that anyway. But Jonathan Majors just felt like he had to interrupt NLE Choppa from saying that he didn't feel like, that whatever his spiritual stance was, Jonathan Majors felt like it was his role to step up and to ask this man, has he read the Bible, or interrupt him about what his stance is. Like, bro, take a look at this. Like, what y'all think? I feel like bro was a little bit out of line for that.
In Christianity, it's a thing where people praise the Son more than they praise the Father. And that's what I don't like.
Okay.
Because if we are man made in a likeness, Jesus is our brother. You get what I'm saying? Why would I drop down and praise my brother instead of praising my father? And that goes back to honoring your parents.
I just gotta say something.
What?
Have you read the Bible?
I read the Bible, I listen to the Bible, I receive from source straight.
I would say read it again.
Sir.
Let me ask you a question, Ray J.
The whole thing is, bro, is like, well, like, all right, bro. You see how NLE kind of like laugh it up, like, all right, like, what, I should read my Bible again? Like, bro, you doing too much. Like, it's not that deep, bro. You trying to like, you doing too much. Whole time, NLE even spoke about this. He spoke about it and even saying that Jonathan had a little bit of tension. Jonathan had a little bit of, a little animosity because of some past comments that NLE Choppa made. These comments, like I said, NLE Choppa is 22 years old. These comments that NLE Choppa made was probably when he was 20 years old, before he even got on this spiritual journey. NLE Choppa sat down with Jason Lee on the Jason Lee podcast, and they had a conversation, and it got to the point where Jason Lee called Megan Good. When he called Megan Good, NLE was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let me jump on the phone. Let me holler at her. We're going to watch the clip and let y'all see it yourself, see what's going on.
Let me call Megan real
Hey,
quick.
you got Megan number?
Come on, Jason Lee. Don't
Come on, she gotta answer. Hey, on me, I've been wanting to take on a dinner. I want to get like some roses planned. Like I wanted to do like some shit I never did before for Megan Good. You know, I could be a preacher, all that. What else you want me to be?
Megan.
Hey, who's this?
This is Jason Lee. This is my other phone. Say hello to NLE Choppa. He hasn't given me this much energy the whole interview, but now I see every tooth in his mouth.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, Megan?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm extremely blessed. I was just telling she hung up on me.
No, I did not. My mother was calling, and I was trying to tell her like I would, call back, and then it ended it, and I was like, no.
Pretty much, I was saying that you was pretty much back on the market. I wanted to do something real sweet for you. I don't know. I didn't want to give you too much because I wanted it to be a surprise, like roses and dinner or something like that. But
nice.
I'm going to pray on it, though, because I don't know if that's far reach or not.
She's going to cuss me out in a Christian way when we get done with this call.
I'm all for the praying about it, though.
Yeah, I'm strong on prayer, extremely strong. I actually been praying to meet you.
And look at God, how he just blessed you right now.
That's why I got that excited.
NLE Choppa even spoke about it. He basically saying like, yeah, Jonathan feels some type of way about me trying to holler at this girl. Whole time, this was before like she was even with Jonathan. Jonathan was probably with old Shorty when he had the whole incident going on back in the day.
People can read about it, but you made a comment. Majors clapped back, basically like, "Yo, maybe you need to read your Bible more," because he didn't like the way that you interpreted it, I suppose, about Jesus being someone like he was saying like. You were saying you don't pray to your brother. What were you trying to say?
I was saying you should appreciate your brother and honor your brother, but Jesus and God should not be on the same plane. It's a thing that people say, well, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit is are one.
All one.
That's true. That can be one, but that doesn't mean that they're on the same plane. So that's why you have a father. That's why you have a son. That's why you have children. So we're children of the Most High God. So we would never be on the same plane as God. I think the way I probably pronounced it probably created a little bit of misconfusion, but I mean, any person that really breaks down scriptures and breaks down God will understand that God sits here. There's nobody that sits on that throne with him or share the same vicinity.
Do you feel like there's an issue with majors now, or are you good with majors?
I feel like it's not an issue with majors. I never had one. I do feel like it was tension going into the interview on his behalf because I've publicly said things, complimented Megan Good about her looks and stuff.
Oh, that's what it was about.
So like during the interview, it was like certain moments to where like I just felt like he kept trying to use the Megan thing to like. You know how people, as kids, people wave stuff in your face like, hey, I got this, you ain't got that. Yeah. But it wasn't even that, bro. It was like, I respect whatever, union y'all have. But it was like he kept, during the interview, it was moments where it just felt forced and it felt unnatural with how he was bringing her into the equation. And even like he brought her into the equation and said, no disrespect to the young brother as he looked off and waved me off twice. Right. And then he looked up at the guy in front of him and made eye contact with him and said, and no, to you as well, Kev, but you did not look at me. You made no eye contact. You brushed me off and then proceeded to disrespect me. You feel me? So it was like, I just knew what was really going on behind the scenes. I knew that was something that he was pressed about.
When you're on a platform like Kirk Franklin, you kind of go into it thinking like, hey, we're about to talk about spirituality,
and that's the thing
and like
too.
Keep it positive.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing too. As I'm going into this meeting, I'm sitting down at this table. It's just I felt certain things were just like wasn't of reflection what I feel like Kirk stand for, and I just feel like what I'm saying. No disrespect to Kirk, I know he's just trying to do his thing, and I know he's he was trying to mediate everything, but I do feel like even the lineup was just kind of like it was just kind of weird to me.
What's your message to people that look to you to hear a good word?
I mean, the main message that I was trying to even leave at that table was just seek God, seek Him as much as you can, and seeking Him does not always have to start in the church. It doesn't have to start with a Bible. Seeking Him is just looking for Him and acknowledging His doings within your life. If you're waking up and you're breathing, know that the greatest gift is life. So that's already a chance to make right whatever you need to make right.
So this whole thing is like, where is this tension coming from, bro? Jonathan, 36 years old. NLE Choppa, 22 years old. Megan, 44 years old. Megan and Jonathan, they could be goddamn NLE Choppa parents. So this tension that Jonathan got is kind of unwarranted, bro. I feel like, and NLE, like I said, if you watch the clip, bro, like, we can go back and watch the clip. NLE said it. Like, this stems from some tension that he had about some past comments that was made in the past it's like, bro, like, it's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep, bro. You trying to hold something in front of my face like a little kid. Like, yeah, look at me. I got this. But it's never that deep, bro. It's, take a chill pill, relax, because at the end of the day, bro, it's like, you got her. And you got Megan Good, bro. Like, and Jonathan Majors, if you feel like you won, bro, like, just you supposed to win and go on to the moon and to the stars with your woman. You ain't supposed to be worried about what a 22-year-old his comments that he made. And like I said, bro, these comments he made was before he was even trying to get his life in order and on this spiritual journey that he's on this path that he's taking and this walk that he on with God. And if Jonathan Majors feel like he was even walking with God, or is he's supposed to be this God-fearing man, he wouldn't even had done that in that moment to make it about like whatever his personal agenda was, or towards NLE Choppa. He wouldn't even have made that moment about him. to feel like he had to interject and you should probably read it some more. Like, bro, you better set your big ass up, bro. Like, who the fuck is you talking to, man? Like, bro, who is you talking to, bro? Like, NLE Choppa, like, you see the growth. Because, bro, like, even me, like, I ain't gonna fake it, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I probably, me and him got into it, me and Jonathan Majors, at the end of the day, even if I lost, I'm gonna wake up and say I tried. But, bro, who the hell is you trying? Who is you talking to? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Jonathan Majors, I just feel like that was it was a little too much, bro. Like I said, Jonathan Majors 36 years old, NLE Choppa 22. Bro, Jonathan, you could be this man's father. What is you worried about what he's saying? What he tripping about your woman for, bro? And then the comments was old. There's not even no new comments. So what's the point? You doing too much, bro. You doing a little bit too much. It's never that deep. It's never that deep, bro. If you got your girl, you won. Just do your thing. And fellas, if you got your girl and somebody made a comment about your girl a long time ago, and it wasn't even a negative comment, it wasn't a disrespectful comment at all. Like if you got a baddie, bro, niggas gonna try to holler at her regardless. Ain't nothing you can do about that. But to try to take a situation where you know that you know, quote unquote won already, and then you trying to rub it in somebody else's face, bro, man, grow up, big dog. It's never that deep. Leave my boy NLE Choppa alone, man. But hey, man, if you like the video that you're watching right now, what I need you to do, go ahead, hit the comment section for your boy. Hit the like button. Go ahead, smash that notification bell. And if you go ahead, like I said, if you watching right now, go ahead, subscribe for your boy. And also, if you like these kind of videos, I got a couple more right here for y'all. Y'all can go ahead and check those on out. You know, and I appreciate y'all watching. Go ahead. Until next time, peace. We out.